Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kamen Rider Club live podcast here on YouTube and streaming throughout the web on Podbean and iTunes. Welcome, everyone. My name is Mr. Kogami, also known as Joshua, and I'm one of the admins on the Kamen Rider Club. Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Doing awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Great.
Good. Well, we have some newcomers. We have some old faces, so let's start off with our fellow admin that's here, and, well, please introduce yourself, fellow admin, at this time.
Yo, name's Kerry Anderson, also known as Zypher, one of the admins here on the Star Wars Club, here to talk to you greatly about the 4th season of Star Wars Clone Wars, because that was fantastic.
And I am slapping my face right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little sick. And coincidentally, so is my roommate, so we've been marathoning Clone Wars for the past couple of days. So I'm kind of obsessed with it right now. Anyways, that's my little introduction. Besides, go check out my comic, Dark Champion Shader. You can also find me at Zypher316 on Twitter, Facebook, DeviantArt, Tumblr, Instagram, all that beautiful stuff. And now, how about we go ahead and move it on to Dwayne, since he came in next. Dwayne, introduce yourself.
Hi, folks. I'm Dwayne, a.k.a. Show60. Nice to meet you all. Great to see you guys, because taking care of all of you is also part of my job.
Oh my.
Is that like a nurse reference?
No, more of a Fies reference. Paradise Lost, good folks. Great movie.
I see. I have not seen that in years.
Come on, guys, you have to open your eyes for the next Fies.
Alright, how about we go on to who's next? Let's say Joe. Introduce yourself, Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe Hansen, and I have been binging Kamen Rider for the past 4 months or 5 months, starting with Kuga, and I'm already up to O's right now.
Mm-hmm. And how are you doing on Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
I have not seen any of them, but I've heard good things.
Yes, that's pretty good, and you should probably check it out. Alright, if your introduction is done, let us go ahead and move on to the Baka in the room.
Hello. Well,
like-
I'm Baka. How about we just go with that?
Alright, the mysterious Baka.
The orange juice is delicious.
Alright. And, Mr. Corito Prime, why don't you introduce yourself if you are comfortable?
Is that a Gundam riding Gabutira?
That is, in fact, what it is.
Love it.
Corito? Would you like to introduce yourself? I don't think his mic's working at the moment.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, because I'm like,
Oh.
no, your microphone is not working, my good sir. I am sorry to say. I'm not even, like, registering, like, the little, like, things or whatever to say that your mic is cool. Like, I saw your camera working a little while ago, but not so much your mic.
Let's talk about how cool his picture is while he's not here.
Yeah, but, you know, because it's not Clone Wars related, it probably was his downfall.
Oh, that's mean.
I'm gonna just take this entire podcast and derail it.
Oh, God.
What, you decade?
No, I'm Drive. No, actually, Chase. Chase just completely derails every frickin' storyline in that in every episode, really.
I really hate Nurse.
Durst?
I hate Nurse.
Oh, Nurse.
So
Yeah.
I have a cold right now.
You know what? We actually left off on a bit of a cliffhanger last week. We did not actually get a chance to talk about Kamen Rider Drive. So why don't we take this chance to actually talk about the 2 episodes of Kamen Rider Drive that have come up this past week. So let's take a look again at what those episodes were about. Whoops. Let me just double check everything. Let's see.
Oh, it's the Zord of Gabutiro.
Yeah, so it's the American one that he's got on there. Let's see. Is there like an episode list somewhere I can use? There it is. Okay. So right now we're on episode 20. Last week was 19. Last week was called "What Can Judge the Police?" Which, let's see, which one was that? That was the one where they concluded Oda's storyline.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh,
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
I see the little bar going up and down.
Yeah, so do I. I think he's like playing with his mic. It's probably got a loose connection or something.
Unplug
You're
your mic,
breathing.
then plug it back in. Again.
Okay. So, last episode was What Can Judge the Police, where Tachibana reveals that he collaborated with the Judge Roidmude in order to lure out the true judge, who has risen again, and who
What about now?
winds up being. Yeah, we can hear you. We heard you before.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, have 2 problems. One of the microphones was, broken, and I had the wrong settings on the Hangout app.
I see. Why don't we go ahead and introduce yourself, dude.
Okay. Well, I'm Creator Prime, also known as Diego. I'm from South America, so I'm the Latino member of the group. And I just got, and thank you for not letting me know in advance about the recording, like always.
You're welcome.
And I just got this in the mail.
Oh, is it time for everyone to get their brake gunners?
And I got the Viracol sets.
Very nice.
I have to say, for $80, this entire thing is completely overpriced.
I would not be
I'm
surprised.
serious.
Alright. So shall we get on to the subject at hand?
I think we shall, and I need to apologize
The
to
Clone
all
Wars?
of you right now because I am on duty. As I said in the last broadcast, I'm an RA at my college, and I'm on duty tonight. So if I disappear, I'm taking care of my duties. So forgive me in advance.
That's alright. That's alright.
That's all right.
I'm admin here too, so I can help keep everything directed towards the subject at hand.
All right then, and
Yeah,
Gary, I just gave you the control, so in case you have to mute people and all that, and I promise you, I will mute you if you're overstepping or we've got too many people talking. So please be considerate of everybody talking in the group.
okay, I gotcha.
All right then.
Oops, I just muted you.
That's hilarious.
Thou givest, thou ejectest from the room.
Hey, I'm
So
admin.
going back to the Clone Wars, it was a great TV show.
All right.
It was
I used to watch it.
a good lead-up to a very disappointing movie. I loved how they introduced, oh god, I forgot his name. A cyborg guy with 4 arms.
General Grievous.
General Grievous, thank you for that.
Mhm.
All right then, let's begin with this crazy thing that we call a podcast.
Yep.
Well, should we
Okay,
talk
so
about the American first or Japanese? Take your pick.
I think we should pick up where we left off last week, which was Kamen Rider Drive episode 19.
Yes, because some of us didn't watch 19, so we'll do a double feature of 19 and 20.
Yeah.
I can finally speak on Drive because I caught up the last 10 episodes, finally.
Yay!
Okay.
Hooray.
I'm just gonna play with Dead Heat.
So, episode 19.
Tachibana reveals that he collaborated with the Judge Roidmude in order to lure out the true judge, who has risen again. Who is this true judge?
Oh gosh.
An asshole.
Yeah, he's got... okay, like...
Wait, you have not seen episode 20?
Episode 19 right now.
We're
They
doing
didn't talk
19
about episode
and 20.
19 last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
So-
else thought it was bullshit that they didn't use Deco Traveler as a power in this episode?
I did.
Me.
That they didn't use
I
which
love
one?
Deco Traveler.
the Deco Tora truck.
I don't remember.
The one that befriends, what's his name? Oh, I have such troubles
The
remembering.
taxi? Dimension taxi? Something like that?
Oh,
Dimension
yeah,
Travel.
that one. Yeah, he didn't really use that one, did he? It's like Chekhov's gun. They just showed it, but they never used it, did they?
Sort of like that, it's sort of like when they had the solar car and that one in earlier in the series.
Yeah,
Oh,
they only
Green
used it
Solar?
once.
They like used it to blind a monster.
The soul, yeah, burning solar.
Burn?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest issues with this show was with this episode was probably the reveal of who the judge turned out to be and then his motivation.
Yeah, that's kinda weird.
A few flaws with this episode.
Yeah, I like the idea of the judge. I like the idea of his powers, where he's I like the idea of the judge, where he came from, and I kind of like the idea of what they were trying to do, trying to like provoke his ego and whatnot.
Mhm.
But I just kind of feel like there's
The button in the flowing river.
yeah.
Like, how? There's no way they would ever find that.
Yeah.
Also, why is there still fingerprints on that thing? How is there still fingerprints on that thing?
Well, didn't they say at the end that there probably wasn't, but his confession was enough for it or something?
I don't remember. Last episode 19 was just kind of boring for me.
See, I wanted to like this set of episodes too, because the first one was really good. Episode 18 was really good.
It's just
Like,
Did
I like
anyone
the introduction of Dead Heat. That was probably my favorite introduction.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
it's just from what you guys are saying is that 18 was a good lead up, but the execution if you want to say the execution of the punchline was lackluster.
Kind of. Because it's not so much the punchline as it is the reason behind the punchline. Because because it's shocking because how can I say this? It's like Darth Vader. And I'm going somewhere with this.
Go on.
It's like Darth Vader when you say, he is Luke's father, like that big reveal, that's really cool. That's interesting. And then you reveal he was a really whiny brat in 3 whole movies, and that's just like, oh, that's not as good.
You're not that cool guy that we thought you were.
Exactly. Like, his entire reason for killing this one man is bullshit.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, like it's the most stupidest motivation you could probably have. Like if there was some sort of like idea that he was more, or some sort of way to like actually feel like he was more psychotic than something along the lines of like a criminal who's a murdering criminal who's like got a supposed sense of justice. it would have been very different. But
Yeah.
this was just not it.
So basically, all of the things that happened in the first 3 episodes of Star Wars have pretty much sullied what has happened in the last 3.
For some people, that is in fact.
Oh, there's a new guy.
Let us introduce Mark.
Well, I think
Mark, introduce yourself, good sir.
We need to prepare the...
Go ahead and introduce yourself, Mark.
Oh, okay. Hey, everyone. I'm Mark, aka Zixart. I'm an artist that does Tokusatsu art every now and then.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Good to have you back. We're talking about Kamen Rider Drive episode 19. What can judge the police?
Oh, yes. Let's see. Wait.
What are your opinions on that episode?
Let's see. Well, I thought that it was interesting that they gave Gen some character time. So I thought that was like
Gen, that's his name. Yes.
Yeah, Gen. I love that he's like judo throwing the real judge. So I was like, man.
This guy's awesome.
And at times like that, I wish they would just get a better director to direct some of these episodes, because every time I wish Koichi Sakamoto would just jump in and start directing an episode of Drive or 2 episodes of Drive, And what else?
Did anyone notice during that episode when Dekotora found the button, that was the button that was in Kiva?
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
That the button collector bounty hunter guy, his mother gave to him.
Oh, Ixa?
Yeah.
Wait, it was the same button?
Pizza.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you look on the Wikipedia page for the episode, if you look at the 2 buttons, they are like really identical.
Yeah, they're the same. They're crowned with little diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
They reused the prop.
Oh, sure enough. I just I found that picture you're talking about. Yeah, sure enough, they are in fact the same one.
Let's see, what else happened? Oh yeah, define that episode. I like the fact that Type Wild was dual wielding the steering sword and the drill. I'm like, yes, I love that.
Type Wild's kind of boring to me.
I like that. I like it.
Well, I'm not saying you can't like it. I'm saying Type Wild really hasn't done anything that big or flashy.
I don't know, let's see now. I think it was it was like the episode right when they debuted Type Technique. It was he was when he used the finisher, he was it was doing the spin sword attack. It was juggling one of the Roidmudes. I thought that was pretty interesting.
I was just gonna say, just to say, I mean, I have one little problem, and it's my problem is that we have 4 shift cars that have not been used yet, and it's killing me because I'm a collector. I want the DX shift cars. If they're not going to come out with DX, I'm losing time to get the regular ones as a Gashapon or Candy Toy. So it's really starting to tick me off.
You're talking about the Deco Traveler colorful commercial.
Burning Solar, Amazing Circus, and
the Solar.
Burning Solar.
Right.
Yeah.
What's up, Internet?
Where's my DX hooking record?
The best part is that they use Frozen Winter, who we haven't seen before.
Frozen Winter?
Yeah. We haven't seen it before, yet it got used.
Yeah, it's actually good. He had a giant snowflake attached to it.
Thing.
Yeah.
I like it when it equipped. They had an image of a snowman appear. Oh my god, this show.
Um, before
Also,
we
I love when they have a scene of all the shift cars together. Like, look at all the toys you can buy. Like that one.
Oh, who left?
we were going to introduce Kevin, but unfortunately he left. I don't know what happened, so maybe it was an internet connection, but hopefully he comes back. Yeah, it just really bugs me how they're not doing all the shift cars yet as DX items, because I'm a DX collector, and it just makes me off.
It literally there's no point for them to not release them as DX yet.
Well, hooking
there's still 30 episodes left.
It doesn't want you to have Mega Man?
Yeah. Well, I think unless anybody else has anything they want to talk about 19, I think it's about time we start talking about 20.
Oh yes, 20.
Okay, I have one more thing.
Yes.
I did want to talk about the fight in that one, I think.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, but Baka, you said you still wanted to talk about stuff?
I think it's complete bullshit that he passed out right before he was able to see Drive.
Yes.
That was utter bullshit.
Yeah, that could have been the episode where they really connected.
But no, they have to make the joke that he never gets to see Drive.
I love that joke. I like that his composite drawing is all sorts of weird looking.
I have a feeling that's going to be his final form for some weird reason.
Oh, God. No.
All right, I'm back.
So he's right at the end of the
I
day.
had a phone call. So what were we talking about again?
We're talking about the running gag about the actual head of the actual policeman not actually seeing Drive.
Yeah, his leg is silver, his arm is red, head is green.
I actually like that gag. It's like I was like, oh my god, he's only seen this missing parts of Drive. So I thought that was a fun little gag.
Yeah, but it feels like it's just kind of getting
Of course.
One at a time, people, please. One at a time.
The joke already ran its course.
I just feel like it's contrived at this point.
Yes.
Well, one thing, guys, this is a kid show.
How dare you?
You want to play that joke again, Joe?
About the whole thing.
This is a kid show. It's made for kids.
Here's the thing, though. You can say that many times. You can say that about a whole bunch of things. It's
You
just
say that about Kuga.
You could say that. Yes, you could say that about Kuga, but you could say that about, like I said, a good chunk of shows. But think about a lot of what these shows supposedly intended for children actually gave us. Yeah, when it came to something like Avatar: The Last Airbender, that was meant for kids, but that wound up being the most mature and fun experience.
Oh, I'm not knocking it for being for kids. I'm not knocking it for being for kids, but I'm just we're grown men discussing men in suits.
I think that puts a period on 19.
Tight suits.
Well, no, I'm not done with this subject.
I'm just joking.
This is always something that people try and put out there as oh, why do you even bother with such a thing? It clearly has limited value because it's something so small. The fact of the matter is that we all choose to take pride in something different each time, whether or not it's NASCAR or football or basketball or League of Legends or
anime
or a really, really poor NES game. We all have pride in our own little things. And to just finish it oh, it's just a bunch of big burly guys breaking each other's necks over a pigskin. Oh, it's just a bunch of guys running around in circles over and over again. We diminish these things all the time. The fact of the matter is, though, is that it does have importance to various different people, and we shouldn't necessarily degrade it just because it may wind up being something so small. It's something important to each of us because we put so much of ourselves into this as well.
Well said, Carrie. Well said.
Very well said.
Very well said. And our fearless leader has arrived.
Oh, great leader.
Hey, welcome back.
Even though
great leader.
your great leader won't be, I won't be on that long. I can't talk right now.
But great leader, you must give us orders to destroy Japan and take over the world.
Are we gonna keep going with that running gag?
We gotta keep going with that
Come
one.
on, guys, we have to become the space shockers.
Hey, don't destroy Japan yet. They can't trip over there in 2 weeks, so let me enjoy it first before you guys blow it up.
But I'm just checking in to see. I'm just checking in to see how you guys are doing right now.
We're doing good. We're we're picking up from episode 19 of Drive, and then we're gonna jump into 20. And after that, we're going to talk about, as Mark likes to say, booty charge.
Booty charge.
Dino charge.
Mark, thanks for that shot-for-shot comparison too.
The when Drive did the Car Ranger thing, I'm like, oh my god, you dork.
Oh yes.
That was really funny.
Hold on one second. Hold on.
That was-
Hold on. I think Des, you were about to say it, so go ahead and continue.
Yeah, that was very hilarious. Like, when I heard it was like in this week's episode, it's like, okay, I need to watch this. They put it at the beginning of the episode. That was amazing. I love how we start off with Mock. It's like he got his own roll call, but Shinosuke, he never has like his own roll call pose. It's like, dude, he just said do a roll call pose, not say your name.
Okay.
Come
Yeah.
on, do what he did. Do what he did.
Like he never really states that he stated only once when I think around when he was fighting Paint. It was like I am Kamen Rider Drive, but he doesn't do like a pose for it. Like the only time he does a pose when he's about to say I'm taking you along the ride, and he does that wide legs. He like spreads his legs wide open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy!
I mean, he's not as flashy as Go.
Jimmy!
Also, guys, this is Jimmy. He is also our other admin for the club page.
Oh, hi Jimmy.
So Jimmy.
Sir.
Greetings.
I'm Nakaza here. Let's get the ball rolling.
Yes.
We have the ball rolling.
Guys, I just want to first point out just two things before we continue on. First of all, thanks to that awesome post of the Car Ranger, we reached almost 50,000 people. I think that deserves a round of applause.
Yeah.
Wait, so you got 2,000 people?
Like over 50,000 people, then we got over like 200 more likes within this whole week.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yay!
Now, secondly, we have a record. We're breaking a record tonight because, ladies and gentlemen, we are at a full Google Hangout of 10 people. There can't be any more people join the Hangout tonight.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow.
No one disconnect or
Yes,
you
I
will
made
lose
it.
your place.
Well,
Um,
It's like I said, guys, I won't be staying here for long because I'm over somewhere else, not at home, and I'm on my phone. But I'm just checking in to see how you guys doing. But if I come back home just in time, if you guys still on, I'll join in. Other than that, I'll see you guys on Sunday for our special hangout for our 4th anniversary.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
fourth
Yeah, I'll be
anniversary
gone
hangout.
too. Yeah.
All right.
You okay?
See, Des, we'll see you later.
Okay,
All right, Doug.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye. Well, guys, Carrie, I'm gonna turn it back to you talking about episode 19. So back to you,
You
sir.
go do your RA stuff.
No. I'm not doing RA stuff. It's just you're talking about it, so it's like I'm handing the reins back to you for the 19.
Alright. Well, I really just want it wasn't so much about 19 as it was just about that whole dude actor thing or whatever. But the last thing I wanted to talk about with episode 19 was just the what's it called? The fight scene. Which I kind of feel like at this point with a lot of Kamen Rider Drive stuff has been kind of forced into it as of late.
Yeah, like a lot of the directors, like I don't feel like they're really getting creative with the fight scenes. There's only one director who's actually kind of like who I feel like is kind of like similar to Koichi, where he does this interesting fight scene at the same time throwing the toys and trying to look up his name now. But he directed like the first episode, like the first couple episodes, and the one where Shinosuke fought hard for the first time. I thought his like stuff is like very creative and very entertaining.
Here, here.
Well, it's not even about necessarily making sure that the choreography is good, as much as it is the storyline fits with it. You know?
Like they shoehorned in the fight.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Chase. Like, for the most part, what seems to happen now isn't necessarily like, oh, Chase comes in and distracts. It's just at random times, like, oh, I found this punch. Hey, Kamen Rider, let's fight. Like, what? Where the heck did you even come from? How is this a
Came from on screen.
Hey, it's called Hollywood magic. That's what it's called.
We're not in Hollywood. We're not.
No, sadly, we're all over the world.
Yeah.
Well, what would you call it instead of
Farthest
Hollywood?
away from Hollywood, actually.
It's Toei magic.
Japanwood?
Or how about this Japanese Hollywood magic?
No, Toei magic.
You know what?
Oh, Toei magic. That sounds
funded.
I believe the correct term is. I believe the correct term is Toei Omori Hill magic.
I think Toei magic works.
You know what?
Let's call it Toei
I kind
magic.
of agree on that one.
We haven't given him a chance. Let's see what Jimmy had to say about episode 19. Jimmy?
Oh, yes, Jimmy.
Well, I really haven't checked on episode 19 just yet, really. I'm still more or less catching up, but I do understand what you guys are getting at about the entire story. Is seeming like it is kind of getting a little bit boring for my taste, but the fight scenes is pretty much what's saving it for me. That and plus also, I kind of also kind of have this deal about it's not even so much Mock and Drive that's actually kind of being the saviors at this point, because they have good okay fight scenes, but I also feel like the main thing that's selling it for me is Chase.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's not only just for the sheer fact that his story is actually looking pretty good, but it's also like the way he fights and why he feels like what he feels like he's fighting for and everything, and then the whole brainwashing thing and all that. Like, it's really a nice touch, and it very much seems like Chase is much more interesting than Drive and Knock. So, I mean, at least in my own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think you might have a very good point there. I kind of feel, and no offense to the actors, because they are doing a good job, but I kind of feel like Chase is overtaking it, and Chase would have been a better Drive than
Shinosuke.
But what about that love chemistry between Shinosuke and Kiriko?
I don't know, like, well, they haven't mentioned it since then, so I'm like, I guess they're keeping it on DL, which I prefer in Kamen Rider, like, to keep, like, any kind of romance on the, either, like, just give us, like, little tiny hints, because I think, because, like, that's kind of, like, one of the few reasons I dropped Kiva halfway, because it was basically another Toshiko Inoue's tragic love triangle stories.
Mm-hmm.
And
like, Fies?
Yeah. Yeah, like it was good. It was good when it was still in Jetman, but then from there he was just like really forcing it. He did it on Fies, he did it on Kamen Rider first. He did the heck out of it on Kiva, and yeah.
Yeah, I think romance should just should be on the down low. It should, like Mark said, just hints here and there. But I guess if something does happen, just wait for it till the end.
Speaking about romance, Brain has an obvious crush on Heart. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, Brain is super gay for Heart.
I'd fund it.
Mm-hmm. I ship it.
I ship
I
it.
ship it.
I ship it.
So much. So much great
Headcanon.
romance.
Send it to UPS. Ship it.
I will go down with their ship.
Yeah. Like I kind of understand like what everyone's concerns. Like it's kind of like hitting up a little bit slow. So yeah, like but if we move on to 2020, like I felt like that's when they start kind of like picking things up a little bit over there. So
I have a quick question to ask everyone about that. Do you guys feel like do you guys feel like this is like the closest we've had to an actual gay couple on the show, or do you think this is just like, oh, they're just doing this just because and they're not going to do anything with it?
Wait.
I don't
What were we
think
talking about?
Brain is actually gay. I think he's just getting mad at Medic.
Yeah,
His Medic is trying to...
unfortunately.
Well, I mean, they did show. Remember back in Tokyo when that pink suited guy fell for Tokachi?
no, it wasn't Tokachi. It was what's his name?
What about Bravo?
No, like Akira. Like Akira kissed him, and then he got.
Oh yeah. My bad. But yeah, like I feel like Japan is I guess Japan is trying to make a point that same-sex marriage is starting to become a thing, especially since it's a thing here in the States. I guess they want to emulate that.
No,
I mean, I saw like an article. Like apparently there were two women who got married over in Japan.
I'm not surprised. I mean, in terms of religion, they've had homosexual relationships since the old days, but it's still a taboo over there.
I don't know. That's a whole other cultural thing to really talk about. But like,
like I said, it's different religions, so and different cultures.
It's not necessarily about religion, though. It's about their ideals, and religion doesn't necessarily come into play with that sort of thing. When it comes to homosexuality in Japan, it's not necessarily looked down to because of religion, I'd say. I really don't know like the entirety of like what Japan necessarily thinks about homosexuality. But as far as I can really say, for like heart and brain, like their homosexuality comes on, way after many different homosexual characters had been somewhat established in Kamen Rider beforehand.
That is true.
Bravo.
But the thing is, homosexuality. I don't know if this is. I don't know if I was paying attention, but homosexuality is basically nothing in Japan. It's just basically your walk in the park. I mean, you've had some kid shows in the past that tackle homosexuality. For example, Sailor Moon, Uranus and Neptune. In Cardcaptor Sakura, you've had that along with various forms of relationships become something of a thing in that series.
Revolutionary.
Almost everyone is.
I knew someone was going to bring that up.
Okay. Time out. We will not mention that show on here. Please do not mention that one. Sailor Moon's okay, but the other one that said...
we were on the topic of homosexuality, so I thought I mentioned
Sorry,
it.
which show?
No. We're not going to call that show. I'm going to stop it right there because that is a that's a totally another thing. That's for like a M-rated podcast, and we're pushing it for explicit. Just gonna say.
All right.
I wouldn't say mature. I don't know. Anyhow, getting back onto the topic of the relationship between heart and brain. It's obviously it's a matter of dependence, no matter what. You could say that that's a romantic dependence, that brain feels like he always wants heart to be dependent on him. you know. But you could also say that this is just a very jealous bromance, you know, because
No,
like,
that's what I was saying.
Or they're
earlier.
butt buddies.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that was offensive or not. I'm gonna say yeah.
I mean, butt buddies. It's not supposed to be offensive. It's just
It's a funny
from
way
Urban
of saying
Dictionary. It means it's like two bros who are in a bromance, but it's depicted like, oh, they have a thing together, intimate relationship, but in reality it's just, a very close bromance.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I don't know. That word, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know I'm not like that big on the gay community, but I don't know. I just know they can be easily offended. Anyways,
as I said, this is just me. I guess this is me and my ignorance for not watching Drive.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can easily pass the relationship as,
So continuing on with episode 20, though.
Okay.
When did Kyusaijo become a Roidmude? Was there any hint whatsoever?
No, there wasn't.
Not one bit.
That's what I thought.
Wow, wow. I'm just gonna say, wow. This episode was just holy.
But yeah,
smokes.
It was weird.
Yeah, let me get in on this episode, if you guys don't mind.
I don't know.
Go for it.
Episode 20 became the one episode that sealed the deal with me and Kamen Rider Drive, because it went into a direction that's hardly ever tackled in some tokusatsu around the 20-teens at this point, let alone Kamen Rider. Like, it had a great... it just hit the whole story thing right on the head.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way.
Okay.
Because, like... Also, one thing I want to comment on is how it responds to the otaku community, especially considering one of the Tokujo operatives is an otaku himself.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the Roidmude, who is basically his clone, attacking the voice actor, because at the end we find out it's mainly because she's going to be doing the voice of his favorite of the real guy's favorite anime series.
Wow. Wow.
And so guys, I changed my microphone.
Not only that,
background sound's on.
Not only that,
was he angry about? Because it was a pop star and not a voice actress? Something like that?
No, here's the thing. In the anime that he watches, called Murmur Mansion, it's basically kind of like Tom and Jerry, where the characters hardly ever talk, if at all. The only difference is the dialogue is completely subtitled. And the Roidmude is upset because, one, it became his favorite show, all thanks to his real-life counterpart trying to convince him not to kill him. And second...
Was it him convincing him, or was it just him going, I'm this huge otaku and I just want to watch the final episode?
No, here's the thing, like, what's going on is Murmur Mansion is having a movie version coming out, and for the first time it's going to be fully voiced.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And he feels offended by who got casted.
So he saw the Tom and Jerry movie and knew exactly what was going to happen.
Oh gosh.
Wow, that's a stupid reason just to get offended.
Yeah.
That is true.
It is.
But let me get to the main episode at large.
Okay.
But as I stated earlier, originally he was supposed to kill one of the Tokujo operatives. I forgot his names. But quick side note, dude reminds me of Guy Ikari from Go Kaija. But Yes, I'm a huge I'm a huge Gokai fan. But moving on.
Who is
Gokai is for kids.
Damn it, Zeron Zephyr.
Moving forward.
Moving forward.
Now, but the real thing that was cool about it was the drama associated with that entire episode. It wasn't about them trying to fight the Roidmude much. It was more so about what the heck was going. Okay. Anywho, I want to say that he was supposed to kill that guy, but he was supposed to kill Q, but instead he clones him and pretty much handles some of his duties, switched him out, and the other Roidmudes aren't too keen on this, especially Medic. So as soon as he's like, you know what, I'm going to continue being that one good Roidmude. And I was really looking forward to seeing that happen in Kamen Rider Drive, where Roidmude is actually a good guy, aside from Chase.
Yeah, but that never stays, unfortunately.
Yeah,
No,
it's like Chase.
No,
I mean, usually there are always going to be a misunderstanding between the main hero and the monster, so of course that's going to end up being the case when the writer actually has to fight the good guy.
Well, it wasn't too much. Well, in episode 20, it really wasn't that much of the case because we was actually going to see that Roidmude actually do some good. But then Medic shows up and stabs the living hell out of it, which really broke my heart.
Wow.
That hit me so much in the feels right there.
Aww.
Right in the childhood?
Yeah, I almost cried when I saw that scene. And I really felt it for Shinosuke when he held that and Q-Jan's clone was like, please tell him for me that you fought me and I went nuts. Just that right there. And the whole fight scene after that is like you saw, and just in that instant, not only did you see some tension go on in that fight scene, but you saw Medic for what she is.
A bitch.
Yeah.
A bitch.
The most hated character in Drive.
Yes. And a well-written one of that.
This is gonna be good.
I don't know about well-written personally.
He really
There's
doesn't
a lot of
her that much.
Because a lot of what's going on here is very basic tokusatsu tropes to begin with. Many times when the sympathetic doesn't want to actually fight the good guy's monster comes in, they usually get killed off in that same or the very next episode. So it's pretty typical that this kind of thing happens. It happened in O-Ranger, it happened in...
it happened in Fies a lot.
Yeah,
Fies was all about that.
It happened in Kiva, like, every episode.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
and
Who's not wearing headphones?
Oh god, what was that?
Massive echo.
Oh, is that me? Anyways, the other thing that I'm having a problem with is that, you know, we're supposedly having Nurse be a total bitch, but this comes out of left field just the same as, you know, Q being a Roidmude, you know? Because at no other point did she really seem like she was being really evil to anybody else besides Brain, you know? She wasn't even being, like, really mean to Ace, except for what order she was given. And we haven't really seen her interact with, like, many other Roidmutes to begin with. I don't know. It seems like they're really forcing a lot more of her at the moment, and it kind of makes me think she's not long for the show.
Also, speaking of which, she said that only she Brain and a couple of Roidmudes were going to live. Heart. She never mentions Brain.
Well, I'm pretty sure she never mentioned Chase either.
Yeah, you guys have.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
but it's
But-
easier to believe that he put Chase with the other Roidmudes more than he puts Brain.
We're back to the subject of Q-chan. I was really hoping to see this series go into Aba Ranger territory, where the supposed monster of the week no longer becomes that, but becomes a permanent fixture working on the side of good. I was really hoping to see that. I'm just
yeah,
That he got
but
off.
remember, Sentai does that the best, not Kamen Rider.
Well, there's... Oh, who's that guy in Gokaiger again?
Well, I mean, take a look at Ava Ranger. Remember when that one monster of the week became a good guy?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Like I said, Sentai does it best because, well, it's more kiddie and more fun, whereas Kamen Rider tends to be a bit darker.
Right, but I remember in Kiva they had a monster character that came in and he was like, "Oh, I am one of the monsters, but I don't want to be violent, so I have vowed."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, but in the
And
end,
in the
he
next
was.
episode.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. In Kamen Rider, it doesn't stay that long. It's like you said, either one episode or next episode.
Well, no,
You guys
Sentai does that too.
They all die in the end.
You guys are forgetting Deno. They're all monsters that that became good guys.
Who?
Deno.
The Imogen and Deno.
Oh, well, they're idiots, so.
Yeah, but
Well, those three are idiots, so.
Yeah, but still,
No,
Deno.
The Roidmude this episode is not.
but that's not necessarily like an actual thing. That I don't know. When it comes to Deno, that doesn't make as much of a trope because that's playing more on the theme of Kamen Rider, which is to use the enemy's powers against them.
Yep.
You know, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but all the powers that Kamen Rider has ever had has always been the same powers that have been used by the enemies, and that's because of Shotaro Ishinomori's theme of having the evil powers that the enemies use come back to bite them in the ass.
Yeah, like Cyborg 007.
9.
009.
009.
009. My bad. 009. Kamen Rider. Who else? Kikaider. Nazuman.
Yeah. So it's and that's where that kind of comes in. But when it comes to the trope of the one monster of the week that doesn't want to be a bad guy, you know, there's only a couple of different things that are going to happen in that scenario, which is he's going to die and we're never going to see him again. He's going to be forced to become bad, and then he's going to die at the Ranger's hands because that's a better life for him. Oh yeah, Machi Ranger did that too. I just remembered.
Machi Ranger did it?
Yeah.
It did.
Towards the end, it was one of the big. I think it was like the Cloud God or something. I can't.
Yep.
Yeah, he was one of the main 4 Devas or something like that.
Yeah,
I think
that
it's
guy.
12.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
He
12.
was a
Devas.
good guy. Yeah, he was a good guy. He didn't want to die. But yeah, like it's a common theme, and I don't know, because this one forces it into such a small space of just one episode, and trying to also pull off the nurse to show her off more, it feels kind of forced because we also got 2 really kind of cool looking Grim Reaper Roidmudes. I can't even say their names. Roidmudes.
Fly traps.
Yeah, those little and then they had the
Androids.
symbols. See, those were really cool. Those.
But they got killed off.
Yeah, but they got killed
Where
off
did they come
almost
from?
immediately.
Yeah, they got killed off because we all know the medic was a bitch.
Yeah, she forced
They
the
really didn't show that
story
very
behind them was they were what are they? They were
the new remake.
yeah, they were remade by her, so now they had to listen to her all that time. But then she states that she doesn't care what happens to other Roidmudes. And
But
then
then they're like, oh no.
yeah.
Not gonna lie, there was a little bit of Blade Run from Ghost Ager in her when she spewed out that dialogue. I was like, territory with this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm back.
Welcome back, sir.
No.
Okay.
I think for the most part unless I'm mistaken, we've mostly hit most of episode 20.
Yeah, there wasn't really much to episode 20 to begin with.
Yeah, but there is one thing that we have to mention about episode 20.
What?
That freaking Car Ranger pose.
Yep. The infamous
Oh,
Car Ranger
yeah.
pose.
Okay.
That was so fun.
Let's see. Okay.
Kamen Rider Drive!
Oh, gosh. Yeah, thanks
So
to
what?
that
So
thanks to
what
that-
is Kamen Rider gonna have a crossover between Turbo Ranger, Car Ranger, and Go Onger?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I wish.
I don't
I
know.
sure wish that was the case.
Okay.
But
See, that should have been one of the theses of this year's superhero Tyson, but they dropped the ball on that one.
they really did.
Well, I'm not too excited for Super. I've been saying it almost every week. I'm not too excited for Superhero Tyson, only because it's the rider that I absolutely hate.
What is the cake gonna mess up the world again?
No, it's like the writer no, I forgot. No,
Ango.
Kamen Rider Sango.
Oh, that one.
Yes. No, not the writer. The writer.
The person who's writing.
The writer.
Who's the writer?
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see on that. And whenever that comes out, we'll have to do a special episode for that. But, alright.
The movies are awesome at this picture.
Yes. Wait. Since because I wasn't here for when you guys were talking about episode 20, because I had to take my sister to meet over to France. But let me just say, I find it interesting that oh god, what's his name again? Saijo. He had a Roidmude with him since the Christmas episode. Like, wait, what? Seriously? I thought that was a fun little twist that even though the Roidmude can be what they originally intended to was to help people. So in fact I like that the Roidmude and Sanju become friends, and we're just switching shifts throughout the episode.
Huh.
Yeah. All right. If I may, I would like to take over now and talk about probably one of the greatest episodes of Power Rangers Dino Charge to date, and that is episode 3. Guys, what can I say? This episode was amazing.
Wait, episode 3 or 4?
Dino Charge.
It's episode 3.
Power Rangers.
Shirtless Coda. That's all you need.
It's episode 3.
Is it the best episode because it's a Coda focused episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. It's kind of, sort of that, but also I think I really just enjoyed this episode as well too. So if I can, I'm gonna give a quick synopsis and just tell you my thoughts, and you guys chime in if you guys want to chime in.
It was actually episode 4.
Was it episode 4?
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
It is episode 4.
Yeah, because episode 3 was the sledge introduction to the Rangers.
Yeah.
And the whole, we're gonna find your secret base thing.
Yeah, the T-Rex skull.
And
Yes.
episode 2 is basically the second half of the first episode. So I think that's why some of us think it's episode 3 because 1 and 2 are kind of together.
Forgive me.
I mean,
if
that's
I
usually
may.
kind of the thing.
Forgive me.
Yeah,
if I
and
may.
episode 2 was the one that finally used Sentai footage, so...
Yeah.
All right then. So
Speaking of footage, they made a mistake. They forgot to edit out Gabotier out of the
I was
battery.
going to get to that. Thank you very much.
Somebody beat you to it.
All right, let me do this then. So basically, this episode is brought to you by the power of. I can't even say it. Okay, so we open up to the episode. It's medieval times. Koda's little brother, surprise, he has a little brother, is in trouble.
Did you say it's been evil times?
I said in ancient. Did I really say medieval?
You said medieval.
Yeah, you said, like, wait a minute. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't remember being them in evil times.
That's what comes together.
Okay.
Everybody shut up.
It's been a long week, okay? I'm sorry. We go back to ancient times. We see Koda's brother being about to be attacked by a saber tiger. Koda finds the blue ender gem, saves his brother, falls off a cliff, wakes up in modern times, and guess who wakes Koda up?
A motorcycle.
A motorcycle driven by Chase.
Kamen Rider Chase? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I admit I actually got confused by that statement.
Anyway,
body.
Chase wakes Koda up. He does. They talk about the new dino cycles, which is really cool because we finally get them.
What is that?
What?
There's this very loud, I don't know, metallic sound every couple of seconds.
I think someone's fire alarm is like saying dead battery.
Yeah.
All right then. Anyways, basically Chase says he's going to teach Koda how to ride the bike. Chase is being Chase in this. I mean, let's face it, he's a playboy. And just like a
new age Xander.
Bikes?
He really likes bikes, and he even uses New Zealand. I just gotta say, I appreciate them using the New Zealand slang of squiz in the show, just because that's... Oh, gosh.
I continue with my theory. Yes. Can you make an American accent? No? Okay, then you're Australian.
Anyways, so Chase goes to teach Koda how to ride a bike, which it has training wheels.
Horrible.
Koda crashes. And Koda tells Chase that he doesn't really like a lot of modern things, TV, glass, a comb. Then we get the Monster of the Week. Monster of the Week is pretty fun. Monster of the Week's pretty fun. It's the prison guy, and it just... We had a kid, and that's kind of like, I don't know
I saw immediately when I saw the kid.
What are you guys' thoughts on the kid? I mean, this...
He was actually pretty good, I gotta say.
I ignored him completely, so I have no opinions.
I admit he was okay, but it's still just I know it's a kid's show, and it's cool having kids on the show, but we all know what happened with gosh, I don't even want to mention
Nice Rescue, Los Galaxy crossover.
Yeah, Josh, you just sound too butthurt about Justin.
And I have a story I can talk about Justin, but that's for I have a story about Justin and all that, but that's for another time. So, Anyways,
Let's
so
be fair here. He was a better actor than most child actors in Power Rangers so far.
all right, Coda and Chase get captured with the kid. Coda uses his awesome caveman skills to get them out there. Here's the thing. I know we all love Yoshi to death, but I think this is the episode where I can really appreciate Yoshi as Coda, just because just bravo. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, he did a really good job in this one.
And not to mention, he also did not a speech, but I guess, well, he did a YouTube video about Coda, about him playing Coda and all that earlier this week on YouTube, and I don't know if that was posted to the club page, but it was really cool, and he's I think we all agree that we all love Yoshi to death just because he's just that good.
Yeah.
And just been doing a good job.
It's friggin' awesome, man.
Also, this episode we got a new Zord combination with Stego and Raptor.
It's not a raptor.
Velociraptor.
No, I mean, never mind.
Did I get it wrong?
No, you didn't get it wrong. Dino Charge got it wrong.
Oh, what is it exactly?
Well, forget what it is in the ship. I don't know. It's a whole thing with dinosaurs. There's this comedian I listen to who goes into a rant about velociraptors because the velociraptor is only called the velociraptor in because of Jurassic Park. But that's actually not what that dinosaur was. That was actually the Deinonychus. But Deinonychus doesn't sound cool and threatening, so they changed it instead to the name Velociraptor, because Velociraptor sounds aerodynamic and really cool. But the actual Velociraptor was just knee-high big. You could run up to that thing and just be like, oh, hey, and then kick it across the football field. It would be like in that movie where one's
a real velociraptor
one comes up
looks
from behind you and
like a turkey.
And it's slowly pulling out your entrails, and you're just like, clever girl. No, it's nothing like that. No, you just take the thing and shove it in a turducken. That's how small it was.
It looks like a turkey, the real velociraptor.
Yeah, the real velociraptor is tiny as hell. There's like, and that's just. It's just this joke that I have running in my head every time I hear anything about velociraptors.
Okay. Well, thanks for that. That is the more you know. Anyways,
No.
I have to say, good fights, obviously, using the stock footage. And Diego pointed it out, yes, they forgot to dub over the Scabutira. Dang it. They had a track record of 3 episodes, and then they fucked up.
Oh, wow.
Oh no, budget.
Yikes.
1 out of 4, that's not that bad. That's how I made it out of high school.
Haha. Well, yeah, I mean, anyways, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. I mean, we've got a new episode this week, obviously tomorrow, so this should be the chase episode, so who knows what's going to happen with this.
Expect a lot of chase puns.
I expect him being sexy.
It's too much to expect for Machine Chaser.
So, as far as like this episode is concerned, this is probably where I can actually really, really strongly say that Dino Charge has definitely won me over more than Kyoryuger has.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, there's like
Shots fired.
Yeah, shots fired. I'm putting it out there right now. Like, as far as the 4th episode of Dino Charge compared completely to the 4th episode of Kyoryuger, I'm not impressed narratively. I really think that there's a lot more going on for what's happening in Dino Charge than Kyoryuger was at this point in the series, because this was obviously supposed to be. This was obviously supposed to be Kyoryu Green's introduction into the group, but it was that episode was very, very generic, and oh, my dad wants me to do this one thing, but I want to do this thing instead, but I don't want to disappoint my dad. There's a whole thing about that. Huh?
My summary.
But guys, dinosaurs don't go to space for no reason.
Yeah, but it's just that whole. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold. It's problematic because when you see a story over and over again, you have to bring something new, something interesting into it. Yeah. And really, the only thing that brought that was remotely interesting was, oh, Daigo knows the answer on how to solve this.
Wait, where are we at? Because I told them.
I'm comparing Dino Charge to Kyoryuger up to this point in the episodes.
Oh, okay.
So when Dino Charge brings in Koda, who's a completely different character from Nobuo, I like that there's something more interesting to him, because you kind of have to wonder a little bit about when did he wake up, and what kind of a person was he then. And, to understand that he had a little brother, and he has a good sense of protecting that brother, and there's something of, like, that brotherly relationship that he's establishing with this little boy whom he just protected. That's...
Then also, you're also kind of interested in how you're wondering, how did Koda assimilate to society as it is I
Yeah.
Well, he's still struggling with it, but he's getting there, sort of.
we get that, but it's like that's one of the interesting standpoints about Koda versus Nobuo and Kyoryuger, basically, because he's a bit of a protective guy, but you also can see him as a workaholic as well.
Yeah, there's some parallels and differences, and I think that's what I like about Dino Charge. When they reference Kyoryuger, it's not copy paste. It's like I was like, oh, we're kind of like respecting the original content, because Tyler's saying it's time to get wild, just like how Daigo says it's gonna get wild when they're about to start the fight.
Yeah, it's it's fairly different too between the two series, because if I was to say like Daigo in English for that wild thing, it would be something like what would it be? Are you ready to get wild?
So if you're gonna do a direct dub translation kind of?
Yeah, like that. No, inflection, like how you approach it as you act it, it's because that doesn't necessarily translate over as well.
Yeah.
But at the same, that's, and that's not really one of the bigger problems when it comes to it. I'm talking about more narratively as a story and making sure it goes from one place to the other and keeps us interested along the way. And especially because they're actually making this kind of more about the relationships between each of the characters, because the first episode had an establishing kind of bit of back and forth between Red and Pink, Casey and Shelby, I think.
Tyler and Shelby.
Huh?
Tyler and Shelby.
Tyler, thank you. And then we get another episode with Tyler going off, but it was kind of like a Tyler Chase moment, when they came to understand each other, that you can't necessarily run off on your own, but you also have to believe in your teammates when they believe something else is going on. That's that's teamwork. That's like a really good and very, very subtle way to say, yes, we have to trust each other in this way. We can't go running off on our own, and we can't necessarily just disbelieve each other.
And that's what I like about it, that this show's doing. It's actually promoting, it's not all about Red. Red does the whole work. Which, the thing that annoyed me about Kyoto is like basically Daigo is practically doing anything like most of the time, especially when he got Carnival. Like I'm hoping that this show doesn't do it, but like please, if there's one thing you do not want to bring from Kyoto, it's that whole like only Red does the work kind of spiel.
Yeah, which they're doing.
Daigo Sentai King Ranger.
Yeah, which they're doing a lot better about. That's for sure.
Yes.
Oh, did you guys ever talk about of Koda using a shovel in this episode?
Yes.
I was like, oh my god. Power Rangers Shovel Knight, let's do it. Dino Shovel, let's do it.
The shovel is already an 11 honorary member.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Now I'm expecting like every character will fight in a shovel in the show.
Also, I want to point out one of the two things that are bugging me. One is the inconsistency with Fury's boa.
Fury's what now?
Boa.
Boa?
Yeah.
Boa?
Yeah, you know that furry thing around his neck.
What?
Yeah.
It's totally a boa.
Yeah, that's a boa.
What's a boa?
It's a furry thing around the neck.
Let's see.
Sometimes it's more feathery and very colorful, but yeah, it's like that furry collar that he has around his neck. It's constantly going on and off throughout the show, and it's not even being consistent about when it's on and off throughout the show.
It's just random.
Yeah, it's completely random. Like, even on the American footage, it's just kind of like, wait, is it on? Is it off? In this scene it's on, in this scene it's off. What the heck is going on? That was just kind of weird. And then the last thing...
Well, sometimes it gets really hot, so yeah, he has to take that thing.
Put it in his pocket.
Yeah, like I'm looking at pictures, like even in Kyoryuger, like it's on and off too.
Well, because there's the man inside of him.
No, because in Kyoryuger they keep it off for the longest time, but then like halfway through, sometime after he gets rid of Uchi, Utsumi Maru, he has it on completely the rest of the show. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I think it was just like
he was too warm.
I think it was just like a wardrobe thing or something.
Yeah, it's either like they don't want it to get messed up during fights, or something around like that, because it's gonna get like dirty and they have to like either replace it or have to like really clean it up,
or make a new one.
Yeah.
I would imagine something like that be too hard to make a new one of.
And they've done they've done a lot more and a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just look at the duct tape it owns.
Yeah.
Now, this is the other thing I wanted to talk on, and this isn't actually a fault with Dino Charge, but I never really got a chance to speak out loudly enough about this. I really do not care for some of these very first monster designs. Especially... Yeah, especially this past one, the cage monster.
Oh yeah.
He's very dull.
I don't know. To me, it looked like it was, it had so much detail that it kind of looked like it was going to last longer.
Well, they have to. Well, let's see. Like. Character's a lot more lighthearted, so they do a lot of like funky designs. Well, that's like a general thing in Sentai anyway. So.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily about the funky designs so much as it is about how the design itself just doesn't feel like a solid piece. Because for the most part, for like the first couple of episodes, for the first couple of monsters, they just feel like slapdashed oh, we need a monster really quickly. Let's just stack a bunch of cages on top of each other and call it a monster. Wow, that was loud.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I mean, even with the monster that was in Koryuger that can give people cavities and stuff, like that was also like way out there too.
Well, but you have to remember, Kyuranger was all about emotions, where they just scrapped that entire idea in the series.
Yeah, like obviously the emotion thing is gone, but the face plates are still
in there.
all over the monsters.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
they
that's
don't.
kind of hard to get rid of.
Yeah. Well, they don't really give it much focus. So, like, I guess like people who've never seen Kyoryuger like don't really like they don't really notice that.
I still find it weird that the main bad guy doesn't have one. Like, even if I never saw Kyuranger, I would still be like, these other monsters have a second face, but this guy doesn't. What's up with that?
Yeah, even as a kid, I noticed like little stuff like that in Power Rangers. Because man, I am just having a rough day. Because I noticed when the quality of the video changed from the Power Ranger footage to the Sentai footage,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
noticed.
It was the same with me as well.
Are they current or past Power Rangers?
What's up?
No, like are you talking about like the current Power Rangers or like
when we watched it as kids?
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Like, not anymore,
yeah,
for
that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Because like let's when did the original Power Rangers came out? Like it was like a few years behind.
94.
Yeah, 94, and then Zeo Ranger came around
93.
93. So so it was like a 1 year difference. But like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if it is a 1 year difference, it's more a matter of like what camera you use.
Yeah.
Because if you're a filmmaker today, you'll notice when video editing the difference between two cameras when you're filming and how much of a difference that they make.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, I also remember seeing I remember in my head as a kid, I remember seeing in space when Ecliptor goes into his red mode, that when he explodes, in the background there's a girl with a blue helmet on that's not even talked about at all, but it turns out she was one of the generals from the Sentai at the time.
Oh.
And they just accidentally left her in. Alright, I think that's everything for Dino Charge, unless anybody else has anything else they'd like to say.
Just one thing.
I was gonna put in like I'm not sure if this was mentioned when I was like gone, but I find it interesting that they were using the episode where it's like it was Kyoto Game's focus episode and is actually Koda's focus episode. So I like that they were able to mash it pretty decently, even though it's two completely unreal. They're completely two different focus on the Rangers.
Yeah. We touched on it a little bit, but we didn't go very far with that. Yeah. Anybody else?
Just one.
You go.
All right. Just one quick thing. I don't think that this is a bad thing, but are they going to have Koda shirtless every single episode from here on out?
Yes.
Hopefully they do.
Is this probably?
I think that might actually be the case.
Okay.
But he's the man can.
I have
watching it.
I have a feeling. Whoa, and wait, really bad echo.
Yeah, I know.
I have a feeling that they are doing this just so they can appeal more to the female demographic.
Hey, that's a Kamen Rider and Sentai.
You
But
can
that's just
eat
me.
out of that six-pack.
Yeah. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. And now we get to probably my favorite part, because we can talk about the new Sentai and talk about all the fun stuff and just.
Okay, I want to say one thing about the new Sentai.
Blue went to Hogwarts and no one can tell me otherwise.
Has anyone noticed that the Blue Ranger is Kamen Rider Wizard yet?
Nah.
Be a better Kamen Rider Wizard than Haruto.
Oh!
Shots fired. Not that hard.
Let me do this for you, Josh.
Sorry.
No, Jake, I wasn't going to mute you because I'm just like, oh wow, that was just bravo.
By the way,
bravo.
hi guys, how y'all?
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
Jacob. After
Well, throughout that episode, I was thinking, like, does Cloud really want a team up with the Maji Rangers? Because he keeps being just like, oh, yeah, magic's better than ninjutsu. Just team up with the Maji Rangers. Jesus Christ, just do it.
And here's my thing. It's 2 episodes in. I can't make any final says about anything because I give myself at least 10 episodes. So, for what it's worth right now, it's been pretty good. Does anybody want to talk about this said episode?
Well, I'm gonna say, like, I love the the Shurikenjins, the dragon formation. I actually like the dragon formation better than the regular formation.
Yeah, the regular formation does kind of look a bit clunky.
Yeah.
I still don't like the whole Megazord thing of Megazord. Sorry.
Well,
I still don't like it.
I hate to say this, but too bad we're stuck with it for another year, so just keep that in mind.
Well, guys, remember, there's going to be all those new combinations with all those other mecha that's going to be coming out. Especially the belts on mecha.
The what mecha?
The what?
There is a little preview thing, like one of those magazine things that shows a shuriken for Kamen Rider Drive, and a mecha that looks like it has the belt from Drive on its head.
Oh yes, but that's supposed to be in.
Oh my
Sango.
god.
That's supposed to be in Sango, so we'll have to wait for that.
But actually, now thinking about it, that could also come up in the Drive the Ninja team up.
It could. It could.
I mean, me personally, I do like when they team up or whatever, that one takes over from something from the other team, actually. Now, too bad they haven't really done that as of late. The last time we really saw something like that was Gokaiger and O's, basically.
Gokaiger and O's, and then there's also the one with Go Buster and Forze, like where you attach the rockets and the drills and Go Buster O.
There was also the Metal Hero Ranger keys as well.
Yeah,
For
oh my
Z.
god. Directing in those movies.
And then
What about the Exterior Megazord in the last Superhero Tyson?
And then, of course, if you want to talk about the Kamen Rider Tyson, you also got the Gabutira Zord and the Tokyo O with Gabutira and Deno as the legs. I'm just gonna say that.
It was super sad when they saw Deno's head come up, and then King would just be like, "Nope."
Nope. Yeah.
Why the fuck am I the legs?
That's the perfect place for Deno.
Ha ha ha. All right then. First of all, I love how I love the grandpa. I love Oji-chan.
Yeah, the grandpa's pretty great.
The best character in that show for me right now.
He's a really great character, but he hasn't really had a lot of time to shine at the moment. I'm gonna reserve my judgment until he has more lines going on, because so far he's just been, here kids, have some new toys. You want me to teach you how to use them? No chance.
It was like, you learn yourself. I'm old. But yeah, I just think like she just has because at the first episode he was just like, oh, he's dead, and then he appeared at the final episode. I'm not dead yet. It's like
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Yeah.
Did anyone else notice that he's 444 years old?
Yes, I was thinking that myself.
No,
This
he's
guy's very well maintained.
No, he's not.
Who said that?
No. He's not 444 years old.
He's older.
He's old, yes, but here's the thing: is that he's called the Last Ninja, and the revival was supposed to be 444 years after he died. After what's it called?
After
he was sealed.
Away.
Yeah. No, you're right. But he did say that like he was the one that fought with him last time or something.
I don't think that's right.
Okay, I have it on my computer. I'll just look.
Evil Warlord
Yeah, 'cause there was like something going on about like he was almost revived once, and that's when they thought was the 444th year.
Which
then they found out that it's probably not this year.
Yes, perhaps head tilt.
Okay, then, so let's just hypothetically talk this through right quick. He looks about maybe 80 years old, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, about.
He looks about.
If we were
maybe 60 or 70.
If we were to say he fought them in his prime, maybe late 20s, early 30s, that means it's been 50 years and they were off by quite a bit about the 444 years.
Okay. Well, wait. When they showed him in the flashback, like he was already pretty old, so maybe probably like 5, 10.
But don't forget as well too is that you remember who told the story.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's I guess.
Also, you have to remember this is Sentai where age really doesn't mean anything.
That is
He could
true.
legitimately be centuries old.
That is true. But yeah, we get a new item, a new toy for us collectors. We get the 5-in-1 shuriken that has the different elements, and hilarity ensues.
The Shinken disc.
That training montage was hilarious.
Oh my god. I can't believe they were beating up on Fuka. I was like, oh wait, what was it, Fuka or Yuriko? Wait, what's her name?
The girls are kind of hard to tell apart because neither of them have that much character.
I think
Fuka
is adorable, okay?
Which one was Fuka?
Is that the White Ranger?
Yes.
Fuka.
I like the White Ranger too.
I think Fuka might be my favorite of the two females, but we'll have to wait and see.
I just think
Also,
it's fun
it
that
was fun and hilarious when the old man bashed the ground with his hand and everything started to flip over.
Well, he created the place.
And then the red, and then
then he just flipped up from the floor.
The ground and just popped back up.
What I really like, this is my first Sentai that I've ever watched, ever since like the 90s with Power Rangers, and so I was really excited to get into this one, and I'm really liking it. But I really like that one of the items in the multi shuriken is a gold wash basin.
Dong.
I thought that's pretty nice.
That thing, man. I tell you what, that's probably going to be a running gag, but I can respect that.
Well, it's an old trope in Japanese comedy.
Oh, the wash tub.
The wash basin
on people's heads.
Yeah, it's super old.
Well, yeah, just look at Gaiam. They use that joke too with fake horn.
Yeah.
But so I have a question. Now, when I saw the grave site in the first episode with the 49 shurikens on it, I'm like, 49. That's a pretty specific number. That's probably going to be the amount of episodes there is. Is that something they do in every series?
Well, yeah, like you average about like 47, 48, 49, somewhere around.
No, like have like this is the amount of things that they have to defeat or whatever.
Sometimes.
Sometimes,
Okay.
not
And-
always.
Yeah, but you know,
Not often.
Yeah.
Okay.
probably
Second question.
around 50.
Second question.
Like,
The Shurikens are like taking over inanimate objects to make the monsters, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The first episode's like
A chainsaw.
A chainsaw weasel.
yeah, chainsaw, and the second episode's fire extinguishers. Is that a thing that they do in other ones? Like just have themed monsters?
Go Busters.
Go Busters for sure.
Yeah,
Well, I'm pretty sure like
Definitely go Buster.
Well, I'm sure. Like, I think, what's his name? What's the series called? Oh, Abba Ranger. Didn't they make like monsters out of like certain objects too?
Yep.
Yeah. So like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the rules of the series.
Yeah. It's not something new. It's like it's been done before in past Tensai shows, and even in Power Rangers. If you watch Power Rangers.
Even some of the older Sentai, they did that. Cause like I'm trying to remember. I think it was Jetman. They were just kind of like, oh, we'll take this item and make it into a monster.
Yeah, like just like was it a spider or a scorpion that attaches to it and it turns to a monster? Like I remember there was like a noodle like a ramen cup noodle monster in there.
Baseball monsters.
Oh god.
No, my favorite nonsensical monster still has to be the guy with the duffel bag, and he has like pickles and stuff, and he's like capturing kids. I believe that was in what was that Sentai? That was in Kaku Ranger actually.
Oh,
very appropriate.
So it's very surprising.
A sombrero and a cage or something, and he had only one good leg that the former Ninja Red took from him.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Well, anyways,
I find it surprising the amount of like the tonal difference between Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. It's quite different.
Yes. Sometimes.
I mean,
Well, after cranking through like the past 12 series of Kamen Rider in a row, and then watching the Sentai show, it's like, holy crap, this is like a coloring book versus an art painting.
Yeah. Yeah, like I always find like Sentai to be like the lighter version, so which I like it because it kind of like balances, like, because Kamen Rider usually like it tends to go a little bit more serious, and then Sentai tends to be lighter. So it's like a nice balance. Like if you're keeping up with both shows, like you have one serious one lighter one. It's like it's a good balance.
I mean, but see, here's also the thing too that's between both Kamen Rider and Super Sentai is that usually the monsters in Kamen Rider, they usually kind of follow a theme set. Like if you look at the monsters that they fight in Kabuto, they're all pretty much insects that they fight. The same thing with Kiva, for a good example. Like they fight a lot of horror-based monsters like vampires and bats and stuff like that.
Well, even like the Fangires and Kiva, they kind of followed a
theme set.
animalistic look.
Well, Kamen Rider also has that whole thing where they fight a bat or a
spider or a snake.
Spider
that's
or a bat
usually
or
a running trope.
Yeah, like which
hasn't happened in. Did that happen yet in Drive?
Yeah,
it happens all the time.
like they've been fighting like all like the unevolved Roidmudos. There's three types: a spider, a bat, and a.
You're right. Yeah, I didn't put that together yet.
Yeah, but like
like
the Rider course. God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you look at Chase's like weapons, like his viral.
Yeah, they're the bat and scorpion
Spider,
and.
a bat, and a cobra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say this. I think that Cloud is probably my favorite, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to hate Red near the middle of the series just because he's just.
The generic stereotype.
Yeah, like.
I like Red.
Red is just a shonen's character.
I don't know. I want to be like Yellow.
Okay.
I want Yellow to shine.
We haven't seen Magic Yellow.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
Like,
Now,
we've seen way more of the
episode.
girls than we've seen of Yellow.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow's episode should be yellow-centered, so we're going to have a little fun with that.
Yeah, like keep in mind, guys, we're just 2 episodes in, so not everybody has
Good screen time.
their
Character development.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody else have anything they would like to add about Ninja as of now?
Yeah, I do. Actually,
Go ahead.
right before the opening intro starts, Takaharu like says a line like he's getting fired up, and then when the actor kind of like played it off, it felt kind of like when because he had to say it.
He looked
like,
really unenthusiastic about it.
Yeah, like moe do kita, like it wasn't very like you said, like he wasn't very.
It wasn't like Forza going Uchigito.
Yeah, like he didn't, there was like a lack of excitement when he played that out. So I'm like,
I just think he's just not experienced enough.
Well, you know what? I'll leave my other judgments later on for the series. I got to give it some of my 10 episodes before I say yay or nay. But, all right then, we've come to that part of the show where we all have. I am going to do this because I think we all need this. I am going to give each person 5 minutes uninterrupted to talk about whatever they want, and I will yell time. Is that okay with everyone?
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right, so let me get my timer out. Let me get my timer out so we can do
whatever.
this.
Are you sure? That's a good idea.
I'll just talk about that show you don't want to talk about.
All right, I'm going to set it for 5 minutes, and we're going to start with.
What rating does this show have?
We're going to try to keep it PG-13.
Okay, I'm going to need a minute then.
But I really like this
Okay,
one.
so does anybody wish to volunteer for this first run? Any volunteers?
Good, I'll go.
I go.
Everyone except for Carrie, please mute your mic.
Okay.
Carrie, your time starts now.
Okay, so I just recently found out that the new RoboCop is on Netflix, and I just wanted to give my own little 5 minutes of it. As it turns out, I actually think I kind of like RoboCop, the new one, a lot better. Now, hear me out. Don't boo me out just yet. I like it more narratively. I think that it actually has a lot more interesting characters and fleshes out Alex Murphy and his family a lot more. And it also fleshes out his partner in Detroit and the corporation a lot better. And it's not just a bunch of sight gags like the original RoboCop is. Now, that being said, though, it does take out a lot of the satiristic humor that RoboCop, the original 80s RoboCop, had about the culture at the time. But what changes from the satire you get in a much more dramatic and interesting movie, giving you a good sense about what life is, life after death, and trying to keep someone alive, and just a whole bunch, and the idea of humans and robots. It's a surprisingly deep movie that doesn't actually give you any answers and leaves you to try and figure out those answers on your own. And I think that's a commendable movie, and I think everyone should at least give it a chance. It is definitely not the original RoboCop. It is its own thing. I highly recommend it. I'm done.
Okay, then. Thank you. I'm going to switch it to 3 minutes just because 5 minutes seems quite a bit. Who would like to go next?
I can go now.
All right. Diego,
Have
your
fun.
time starts now.
Okay, so recently, since I went back to college, I quit my job, and with my last paycheck, I got the machine chaser gun, the gun breaker, and I also got the barrel set. It all cost me $80, and I have to say, pretty expensive. It's not worth it $80. I think if you can get it for something like 60, it should be fine. If you can pay less than that, even perfect, get it. If you have to pay more than 80 for the entire thing, it's not fucking worth it. In my opinion, at least, it's smaller than a henshin device. It doesn't make as much sounds, and it only has sounds and not lights and sounds. Also, with my last paycheck, I expanded my Wizard Ring collection. I got a Ground Dragon and Wind Dragon, which means that I'm still missing Fire Dragon and all the regular styles, but I have of the magic one, the DX sets ring 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what else? What else? I'm speaking too fast. Oh, since I've been having the entire week off so far, I started playing Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse, and I have to say that game hates me, and I mean it. Like I've been so far, the story mission is relatively easy. It's not hard or anything, but I'm trying to obtain some items so I can, clothes, special attacks, special moves, and upgrades. But to do that, you have to farm them in, side quests. And to do so, I have to repeat the same mission, like 15 fucking times because it never fucking drops what you need to do. And I go online and everyone says the same thing. Oh no, you have to, if you want, I don't know, Super Saiyan 4 for your character, you need to defeat Goku at least 15 times in the same mission. And to do so, sometimes you need to fulfill a special objective in the mission, and those objectives appear at random in the mission, like you need to defeat Goku, and then you need to defeat him at Super Saiyan 4, but there are times in which he doesn't go Super Saiyan 4, which means you just lost almost 5 minutes in a mission that you have to repeat over and over and over again. And I got a second monitor for my computer, so now I can work on 2 screens at the same time. That's it. I'm done.
And you finished with 1 second left on the clock. Well done, sir.
Was I speaking too fast?
No, I heard.
Okay.
All right, then. Who would like to be next?
Well, I guess I'll go.
All right, then. Your time starts now.
Oh, I'm just pretty pissed off that I don't have a DX shift card from Burning Solar hooking Wrecker yet. That's something that makes me mad. Oh, Canadian customs are terrible. I ordered a Gachapon Burning Solar, and it finally got out of customs 3 weeks after it got into customs. So, yeah, that sucks. I also found a really cool picture of Ryugen. Where is it? There it is. I'm just going to leave that up there. I got a few new lock seeds. I got the Decade lock seeds, and I love that thing. I got the Deca Driver. That's pretty cool. I really have nothing else to go, so whoever wants to go next can go next now.
Thank you very much, sir. Anybody else would like to go?
Before we do, can I just say that picture makes me sad that we only saw the orange Kachidokin guy. I wanted to see other characters.
I agree.
This thing looks awesome, though. You have to admit that.
All right, who would like to go next, if anybody?
I'll go.
All right, then, sir. Your time starts now.
All right. Well, in my adventures of watching all the Kamen Riders in order, I've been kind of keeping track of the backgrounds, and I've been kind of playing a little game with myself, like, where was that scene from? With my, for example, in, oh gosh, I think it's, either way, the one with the lawyer, yeah, Blade, no, Ryuki, the one with the lawyer. He had that house with the wooden door. In Kiva, when they introduced the makeup guy, they were having a photo shoot, and it's like, oh look, there's that door, and basic different fight scenes. And it's a pretty fun game to play. Keeps me remembering what things were in the other series as I'm watching. But Blade, I wanted to talk about Blade. Blade was the hardest show for me to watch I've ever seen, ever. Holy crap. It took me an entire month to watch that show. And several episodes were played at 1.5 speed just to burn through them. That show started off so bad. So very bad. But it got really good at the end, though. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that series. Ryuki's definitely the worst one of all of them, though. I don't know. This is kind of fun to talk about, though, because all the people I talk to are like, they've seen all the shows like a year ago, and they're like, I don't remember that very much. And it's fun to actually talk to people that know what's going on still. I guess I'm done. I don't know.
You have a minute left if you have anything else.
No, not really.
All right then.
Before I go, can I just say another thing that I forgot? Did you guys saw the complete selection modification Deca driver?
Yes, I want it so much.
I will
Did you
talk
saw
about
that?
that.
Okay, I just the fact that they program all the Kamen Riders
More
have to
rider
drive.
rises?
Yeah. Is there anybody else that would like to take some time to speak?
I guess I'll go. There's something that's been on my mind quite some time now.
All right then, Mark, and everyone, please remember to mute your mics. Your time starts now.
Okay. So like I've been seeing a lot of criticisms for Drive, and I got a sense that some of them, like, it's a little bit slow paced. You don't find the characters interesting. But one of the things that's bothering me right now is like people keep bringing back up Gaim when they're trying to criticize Drive, because Gaim did this, Gaim did that, and even before Drive premiered, like I saw a post that Gaim is like the best Kamen Rider ever done, and everything before it is irrelevant, and that really irks me because I wasn't really 100% sold on Gaim like the first couple episodes. So I'm gonna go ahead and list some of the things that I didn't like about Gaim. Now keep in mind, I did enjoy Gaim overall to anyone who's listening to this, because when I picked up, it was the first couple. I think it was the first 10 episodes. They were really pushing on the whole dance group thing, which I find really obnoxious, and the dancing was just completely unentertaining because the dancing was just kind of weak, really, and it wasn't really a very important part of the storyline, and yet in those first couple episodes they keep pushing it like it's something very important. But and the minute we saw less of it, that's when I started liking Guy more, because they were really focusing on the main plot, which was the Helheim Forest. Another issue I had with Gaim, with other writers that have multiple characters, it really felt really cluttered, and then they focused on certain characters that that I didn't know they were there, some the background characters, or like Rat, when he got hurt, I didn't know his name until he got hurt, so they're trying to focus on this character that I just kind of knew just right about now, but apparently he's been there the whole time. So it has a habit of bringing up characters or suddenly just small characters, and suddenly they're relevant now. Same goes for another side character in King Gaim, whose name I didn't know until towards the end, and her name was Chucky. I didn't know her name when Michi kidnapped them, and they finally mentioned her name. And was like, oh, okay. so it just really irked me. They're trying to make us care about these characters out of nowhere. And then another thing that irked me on Gaim was Haas's death. Now, I like the setup for it, but everything was really played out. But towards the end, Koda threw in a line saying no, don't kill him. He's our friend. And I'm just like, excuse me, when were you guys friends? The last time I checked, you guys were trying to beat the crap out of each other over who can dance on a stage.
Mark, I hate to stop you there, but you did.
I understand.
But you brought up some very good points, sir. Thank you very much. Desiree, we need you right quick, please. Desiree.
I think she's still standing up, maybe.
Maybe. All right then. Would anybody else like to have some time to talk?
Guess I'll go.
All right, Jimmy. Your 3 minutes starts, and remember, everyone, Mike's muted during the speeches. Your time starts now.
Yosh. All right. So pretty much as of late, like I just recently got my hands on this new laptop here, so you'll be seeing me more often on these group chats and everything. So pretty awesome. Aside from that, I've really just been. I'm kind of slowly getting into catching up on Drive. Basically, I'm technically on episode 18 right now. Yeah, I'm more or less so on the fact that it is going slow, but I'm trudging along. Actually, I'm more sold on Chase being an awesome writer. I can't wait until he actually transforms into a hero or anti-hero, what have you. I can't wait to see him as an actual writer. That would be awesome. Aside from that, the Ninja, that actually, it's seeming okay. I'm not gonna give a full judgment on that, but we'll see how it is when more episodes come. Other than that, I've been more or less watching like old Toku as of late. Like I've been rewatching Kabuto, which is really one of my all-time favorite series. Especially the fact that when actually what was that guy's name? Yaguruma version of the Bee. I've been watching more his fights, and then when Kageyama takes over the Bee's actor and becomes like this awesome writer and everything, and then like I kind of like how that happens, and then they kind of get like shafted, and then they turn into the Hopper Hell brothers and become like these awesome anti-hero type guys. I tend to like lean on those type of characters basically because anti-heroes most times they tend to have a good storyline. They tend to be written better most times. This is kind of the reason why I like Chase and Drive more than anything. Other than that, like I've been more or less playing Guilty Gear Xrd, basically, and even though I am getting bodied in that game, I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. That, and also I recently just got my hand on Monster Hunter 4 too, so I'll be having fun with that as well. Pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much everything I got right about now.
You know you had 10 seconds left, so bravo, sir.
Jimmy, when you said anti-hero, at first I thought you said hentai hero. I'm like, wait, what?
No, we're not going.
No. It's like
That's not what I was going for.
I'm like, oh my god, like did you just say hentai?
You sure? Because I can speak about that all day long.
No.
All right, here
You just got the mute. You just got the mute.
We are strictly keeping this PG to PG-13.
Well, there's a few F-bombs that were fell off tonight. So
Okay,
we got
it split. So we got rated R and rated M. Okay, we're not going full on. You know what? Hey guys, what's up?
Hey!
I'm really
swearing returns.
I'm pretty sure swearing is PG-13.
So here's the thing. We've been giving people 3 minutes to talk about whatever they want. I think Jake, you, and I are the only ones that haven't done a 3-minute talk. So does anybody besides me want to do one?
I can go again.
I guess I can.
I can keep going on some of my negative points from Gaim.
I guess I can
Jake,
go.
Desiree, either of you?
I'll go.
All right, then. Jake. And remember, Mike's muted, please, to give the speaker the time. Jake, your 3 minutes starts now.
Recently went to my first ever panel, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers panel back at Pensacon last Saturday. I just know Austin St. John is a hilarious person in real life, especially when he talked about the food fight scene from the episode Food Fight. Kamen Rider Drive. I am really, really, really excited to see what's going to happen. Medic is evil, of course. Of course. Chase, I really want him to become a Kamen Rider quickly because I want to see the design as quick as possible. Ninja, of course. Fuka is adorable. Let's see. What else could I do? My leg is killing me after a kickball game. Trying to ice it down before another game tomorrow. It's cold in Florida now. Probably not as cold as everywhere else in the country, but still, it's kind of freezing. Let's see. I got a new SH figure art. Kamen Rider Angle from Kamen Rider Blade. I'm about to watch Ultraman, and that is it.
Okay then. So you had over a minute left. So Des, you're the only one besides me, and I'm gonna ask you, do you want to talk? Or I'll give you like longer just because you haven't been here the most of the time.
I'll say as much as I can, and then if I can't think of anything else, then I'll stop it there.
All right, I'll give you 7 minutes. How's that about that?
Yeah.
All right, your 7 minutes start now.
Okay, so far for me lately, I am enjoying Drive, even though I've been like slowing down on paces, and I'm just trying to like refresh my memory, like what happened on the past episodes. But this week's episode was very entertaining. At the same time, holy crap, Shinosuke, you went full on berserk right now. Like, I don't know. But then we finally get to see what Matic looks like, which was impressive. And I just can't wait to see what happens in the near future, especially along with Chase, to see him finally fully transform into a rider, besides him being like the prototype. It's like spoiler alert for anybody who's not caught up. So far, as for like Rider series, I'm the latest Rider show that I managed to finish up was Fives, and that was about like a couple years ago. I enjoyed that, and I wish to own like the DVDs or so. If they come out with Blu-ray, I would love to own it. So far, I'm trying to work my way through Blade. I need to finish up Kabuto. I think I stopped at episode 16. That's about it about the Rider series. As for Sentai, I'm really enjoying Ninja. Like, I love like the change up, and I love how it's been 10 years since we saw a last Family Sentai team up, and now we have like our very first pink Ninja Ranger, which is also amazing. But then you got two female Rangers on the same team who are pink and white. And the last time we saw something like that in a very long time was like probably like I would say somewhere around like in the 80s. Was the last time we saw like a pink and a white Ranger together on the same team without like a Green Ranger on the team as well. Or maybe I'm just completely wrong.
Caveman.
Okay, Changeman. Right now I'm enjoying Zoo Ranger since I got the complete like series set, which I can't wait to get signed next week at Lexington Comic Con. And I managed to watch 10 episodes. I'm gonna watch some more this weekend, so that way I could like be caught up and complete. But it's really weird to watch, like as its Power Rangers counterpart, because I don't know, it's like it's kind of weird to watch old like pre-Heishi shows from back then. And I'm looking forward to like watch other old like show or error like TV shows as well, because I really want to learn more history about Sentai and Rider, and watch more Ultraman as well. So far, I've been busy with work to try to catch up with like my gaming library as well. Um, I haven't been back on Final Fantasy 14 for like at least a month, but at least I got a chance to like update it for a bit, and that's about it. And I haven't managed to like touch my new copy of Majora's Mask from The Legend of Zelda. I barely got a chance to touch that, but I'm glad to get like the figure for like the limited edition. It's beautiful, but my gaming library is just I need to get back to it. As for other TV shows, I'm watching like a lot more American like TV shows, reading more Western comics. Yeah, that's about it.
You did that in, if I did my math correctly, you did that in 4 minutes, so bravo.
Yeah, that would do it.
Alright, then I guess I'm the last one left, so here we go. I'm giving myself 3 minutes. Okay, so recently I got a lot of my packages in. I've got all my new shift cars in, sets 1, 2, and sets 1, 2, and viral. So that means my drive collection is getting very close to being caught up. But I really am hurting right now because I really want to get my Gaim Showa set right now, but I just can't. I gotta save up money. But I have a credit card, so it's just like, oh, why can't things work out that way? Ugh. But I've almost have everything. Also, I just wanted to mention to everyone that yes, we do have Sunday coming up, which I'm excited about, just because it's anniversary. And also, I don't get to say this a lot, but you guys are kind of the reason you guys are helping me get through the week. And I say that wholeheartedly because I really have been struggling to just go through the daily motions and just trying to, like, you know, go and just do what I need to do, and just Fridays always give me the pep talk that I need, the what's it called? The I guess it's the mental I guess it's the mentality of just like keep going, things are gonna be okay and all that. And now that it's spring break, I can finally relax and get caught up on all my Toku. So yeah, I can get caught up on Drive and all that too, and it just it's really great, and I'm really excited. And we have a newcomer, so I want to just say hi to you right quick. I muted your mic because we're doing speeches right quick, but we'll get to you in just a second. Sorry about that. And yeah, so I just want to say thank you guys, because you guys helped me, you know, you guys helped me get through the week, and I greatly appreciate it. You guys are my family, so thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, on top of that, just wanted to say that it's been really crazy and really fun just to see what happened in this last week with the site. So I just want to say thank you about that. Also, I apologize for not getting the podcast loaded up on the internet sooner, but I found out that the internet here at the residence hall is throttled back, so I have to go across the street to the main campus to upload the freaking episode. So again, I apologize for getting that and being so late. So anyways, I think that is about all I have to say.
And I also like to include, I really want to thank like you guys for like helping out with the page too, just to keep it updated while like I know I'm busy with like lifestyles as well. You guys are busy with lifestyles, but I'm just glad that you guys are like helping out with the club, updating and stuff for like news, like Toku news or memes. Like Jimmy, he would make the memes, and Josh, and you're doing the podcast for us, that's pretty amazing. Like, I would love to see our page to like be out in the open. It's like we're not just one team. We're not just based in the Midwest. We're based everywhere now. East Coast, Midwest, West Coast, now Alaska.
South America.
They're international.
Internet. We're like
Internationally known.
we're an international club fan. We're fan club that is full of international people who are coming together, and we're all discussing what we like. We're not all just about writers. We're all about everything Toku, even American Toku, Power Rangers, even some of the old school like Saban eras, Mystic Knights. I probably don't want to mention this.
Superhuman Samurai.
I probably don't want to mention this one. Mass Furbus. Mass Furbus.
No, wait. I can go even worse than that.
All hail Lord Furbus. Let us pray to the Lord Furbus. Almighty Lord Furbus, we ask you for today's blessing. Give us thy power so we may be able to receive thy grace in your heavenly name. Amen.
Did someone mention Lord Furbus?
Yes,
No, I am not worshiping Furbus.
Samuel, you can unmute yourself, and let's actually introduce you to the world because we are live.
Forget Furbus. I'm gonna worship Keeper. The new Furbus.
I only worship Baron.
So much echo.
Echo!
Echo.
What's that? Samuel, are you gonna unmute yourself? Because I can't unmute you.
So does no one just remember how horrible tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills is?
God.
Oh my God!
Lord, that was horrible.
I forgot.
Big bad Beetleborgs.
Well, that was
Hey, I
alright.
like Beetleborgs.
You know what's great?
Why not?
Well, okay, so here's the thing, you guys. We have also have gone for 2 hours live on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. How's everyone doing?
I'm
Yo.
gonna go check that out. Let's see how.
There's no one watching.
There's no one watching right now. We've had one viewer at times, but there's no one watching right now, which kind of
That
sucks.
was me.
Ah.
That was actually me.
Just need to spread the word.
Actually,
well, that's okay because
last week
once...
I was pouring out the podcast on Twitter to some people.
Okay. Well, I think we're gonna do some last-minute business stuff because I need to talk with everyone about this right quick. Obviously, Sunday is the long 8-hour show, which is going to be crazy, and
Oh God.
And now the question is this: do we want to make it live on YouTube, or do we want to keep it private so we can watch Toku?
I don't think the 8-hour show is something you want to do on YouTube.
No.
I'm just gonna keep it open. I'm gonna keep the Hangout open all day. I'm not necessarily going to be here all day doing it, but I'll keep it open so that we all can talk and all
Yeah,
that.
I think we should just keep it the same way we have it. Maybe like run a little bit longer, but yeah, 8 hours is like too much. Plus, I'll probably be still at work when you guys get it.
Yeah, but it's just we're having a big hangout, and I don't know if we want to necessarily make it live on YouTube or it's private for us. That's the thing.
And
Like, if you want to do like an hour on YouTube, I think that would be fine, but not full 8 hours.
yeah, 8 hours is not gonna last that long. But just remember, it's gonna be daylight savings, so we gotta remember the time we start.
Spring forward. So
Yeah, so we're losing. Yeah, spring forward. So we're losing some sleep. So we gotta make sure the time we start.
well, I was just wanting to confirm with everyone. We're doing this at noon Central Time. Is that correct?
Yes, like around about noonish, or we may start at like around about 1.
All right then. Well, if anything, I'll get the regular Google Hangout up and going for that night, and then we can go from there.
Will the link be on the Facebook?
I'm sorry, we had 2 people speaking. Joe, what did you say?
Will the link be on?
The link will be on Facebook, but I have to launch it first before I can, have anybody join in. The only reason I didn't have the Hangout link earlier was because I just got home like 15 minutes before we were supposed to go on the air, so.
What time is it right now for me to
It
time
is
it up?
It's 7:14 Alaska time, so that means it's 10:14 Central, correct, Desiree?
It's 10:45.
45.
Okay. So
Yeah, it's 10:45 over here.
Okay,
It is
so
10:44
almost 4
for me.
hours.
Oh god, my throat.
Okay, so that's
Yeah,
4
I don't know.
hours because right now it's 2 a.m. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why we're getting such bad echo.
I have no idea.
Because someone is not using headphones. Echo, echo, echo.
Echo.
Echo!
The dolphin.
Well,
No Echo the Dolphin.
Echo.
Shadow of the Colossus.
all right then. Well, I don't know if there's anything else we can really need to talk about, just because, you know, we've hit everything. We hit all the bases. We hit 19 and 20 of Drive. We hit 4 of Dino Charge / Booty Charge, and then we hit 2 of Ninja. Anything else before we wrap this up?
Oh,
Complete selection
guys, definitely
modification
want to
Second
talk about
Driver.
our favorite secondary riders from.
Oh, that's right. Well, we've been running for 2 hours, and I don't know who's going to be doing this for 2 hours, though. That's the question. So.
Oh, let's just remember that March 26th is the release date for the Kamen Rider Tyson movie.
Ah, yes, that's true.
March.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the date?
March 26th.
26. Huh. I wonder if I should watch it. They probably get over there.
Carrie, get that
I won't
nasty
be
piece
subtitled.
of work away from
Oh my
that.
gosh, Carrie.
My eyes.
What
My
happened?
eyes are bleeding eyes.
Oh my god.
Oh,
What
God.
happened?
Burn it.
Oh god, what is that?
Burn it, burn it,
Oh,
burn
it's beautiful.
Oh my god, my eyes.
Oh my
Kill it
god,
with fire.
excited.
My soul.
I'm going to eject you from the room, Carrie.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, does anyone know who Silent Hill is?
Oh, dearie me.
I just got my copy of Silent Hill 2 in, like, a few days ago.
Nice. All right. Well, with that said, it's time for everyone to put themselves over and tell us where you can find them if you want to. So let's start with Baka. Where can we find you if you want to tell us where can we find you at?
Well, what do you mean by find me?
Like, where can we find you on the internet if we want to talk with you?
Also, your home address.
Not your home address.
No, we're not doing that. Bad Mark.
You can Facebook me or, I really don't have much on the internet.
Well, that's okay. Thank you very much, sir. Let's go to Jake. Jake, put yourself over. Where can we find you on the internet?
Yes. This is Kamen Rider Wolf. You can find me at the Canine Brand, _Canine_brand on Instagram and Twitter. You can also find me on Facebook, and that is it.
Thank you very much, sir. Let's see. We're going to go on down the line to Mr. Joe. Joe, put yourself over. Where can we find you on the internet?
On Facebook, I think my username is JohansenESQ. And Twitter, I don't know.
All right.
Strongwell.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Diego, put yourself over. Where can we find you on the internet?
You can actually find me in a lot of places. You can find me as Diego Corominas on Facebook. That's as Diego Corominas, you can type it. And you can find me as Corito Prime is in most of the internet, like YouTube, Twitter, Vine, Instagram, Tumblr. Although you may not want to follow me on Tumblr, since all I do is retumble Joey fan art.
Yeah, well, I'm following you on Tumblr right now.
I just reblog Joey fan art, so you may not want to do that.
Oh
my god, is that Boku no Pico?
Oh,
there's
God.
a lot of it.
Let's not talk about that show.
The sequel is much better, I have to say.
I'm muting you. No. Thank you very much, sir. All right, then. Admin, it's time to put yourself over. Carrie, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find my stuff usually at Zypher316. You can find that'll lead you to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Tumblr, my DeviantArt, my Instagram, and probably a whole bunch of other things that I forgot I even had that are probably absolutely embarrassing on the internet. And don't forget to go and find my comic Dark Champion Shader. I am going to be promoting and selling it at Lexington Comic-Con this weekend, and I'll be putting out a couple more pages this week in promotion for it. So do check it out. Chapter 3 is coming to a close real soon.
All right, thank you very much. We'll say, Mark, put yourself over. Where can we find you on the internet?
That is, well, you can find me at zix89.deviantart.com. You can check out some of my outdated artwork, which I still need to update. And DeviantArt also still needs some more stuff. I'm not gonna put that there, but yeah. But most of my stuff is on the DeviantArt page. So that's zix89.deviantart.com.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, then. Jimmy, you are the newest person here, so why don't you go ahead and put yourself over. Where can we find you on the internet?
For the most part, you can pretty much find me as J. Lee Akaza on Tumblr and Instagram, basically. Those pretty much are all that I have. Oh, you can also pretty much find me on PlayStation as well. PlayStation Network, J. Lee Akaza 22. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This just in breaking news. It is confirmed that Toby Tachibana returns in Superhero Tyson Grand Prix. The character of Toby Tachibana, mentor to many of the original Kamen Rider characters, is confirmed to be returning in the upcoming film Superhero Tyson Grand Prix Kamen Rider Sango.
Oh God! Please do something interesting. Please do something interesting. Shoji Nomura, just do something interesting.
Fund it.
We have so many Tachibanas.
Yeah. This is going to be quite more. If you want to read that article, it's on Tokusatsu Network. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that. Sorry for breaking up the peoples and all that. Desiree, put yourself over. Where can we find you on the internet?
Well, clearly you can find me on Tumblr at Tsukiyomi, just like how my admin name is on the Kamen Rider Club page. You can also find me on Instagram with that name and on Twitter. So,
You're so cute.
I mostly post about my cosplays and write toku stuff, but mainly my cosplays and a lot of like Spider-Man and stuff. Yeah, I'm all outgoing. I reblog everything on Tumblr.
Yes, a lot of Kurosami.
Yes, don't give yourself.
Oh, speaking of Kurosami,
Mark.
Tomorrow I am going to a special gallery.
Mark, I hate you.
We all do.
Gallery Nucleus and
Fuck you.
Mark,
There, I think we solved that problem.
Mark, if you could give me something and ship it out to Chicago, I will pay you.
Okay. Wait. What do you want? Well, the thing is that the gallery starts at 6 o'clock, and I get off at 5 o'clock. So trying to get
free swag will take it.
Yeah, any free swag, man.
I don't think they have free swag. I have to pay to get there. I have to pay to get in because
you know what, Mark? If you had cosplay, you could get in for free.
Yeah. Well. Wait. It's tomorrow. I don't have time.
Come on, man. Come on, just go buy one.
Dude, you can pull off Book 4 Mako.
Book 4 Mako.
Gosh.
Wait.
Oh my gosh! I think I've lost all control of this podcast.
Anyway, we're going off topic. We'll get back to that later.
I'll take photos if anything. That's the best.
Please tag me in it.
Let's end this, guys.
Let's end this. All right, then. I'll just quickly do me. You can find me on YouTube at JRUTTEN. You can find me on Twitter at JRUTTEN. You can find me on Instagram at JRRUTTENAK. Good God, why can't my username be the same across everything? You can find me on the Kamen Rider Club page as Mr. Kogami Habibase. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of another Kamen Rider podcast. we will see you guys on Sunday for the live hangout for the 4th anniversary. And also, as everyone likes to say, Henshin!
Henshin.
I really like this drop tonight.
Never stop hensing.
Good night, everyone. Say goodbye, everyone.
Let's.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Get out of my house.
Good night.
Sayonara.